G'day guys, we've got a question today on linear equations, specifically drawing or working out the equations of straight lines. So what we've got here today is we've got a question that says, how do you write an equation in point slope and slope-intercept form given the 2 points -5, 1, 3, 0? So first things first, what we have to understand is what each of these forms of linear equations looks like. So let's start with this point slope form. So the point slope form is written as y minus y1 is equal to the slope or the gradient in brackets x take x1. Now you don't usually see this one very often. This is something that a teacher would throw in a test just to make sure that you've done your homework. So this is the point slope one. Now the slope intercept form is the more, I would say, the more common one, where we have y equals the slope, m, or gradient, x plus c. And this one here, let me just write in the color that's easier to see, where this is the y-intercept. Cool. So, as you guys probably can see here, both of the forms, or both of the equations, contain the slope. The difference is, in this case, we've got a y value y1 and an x value x1 on both sides of the equation, an actual constant term, which we will derive from either this point here or this point here. But let's go into that in a second. Because we have the gradients or the slopes of both lines, let's start by calculating what the gradient of this particular function is going to be. So hopefully you guys are aware that m is equal to y2 take y1 divided by x2 take x1. Now this is also can be written as rise over run. Now this, our y2 point is going to be 0. Take y1, which is just 1, divided by x2, 3, take x1, -5, which is equal to -1 over 3 plus 5 is 8. So this is our gradient. Cool. So let's now go about working out the point slope form. Alright, so in the point slope form, all we do is we substitute in our gradient. So we're going to have y minus y1 equals m bracket x take x1, close bracket. We then get rid of the m, and we're substituting in -1 divided by 8. Cool. Now all we have to do is we just have to substitute one of the points into our function. Now let's go about substituting in this point here. It's a lot more simple to see. So 3, 0. So let's put that one in, 3, 0. So this is our x1 term, this is our y1 term. So if we substitute this point into here, we get y take y1, which is 0, is equal to -1 over 8 in brackets x take, and instead of x1 we write 3. Cool. Now you can get rid of the 0 on this side, it doesn't really do anything. And on this side we'll just leave as y equals. So this is our our point slope form. Cool. So Now let's go to our slope-intercept or gradient-intercept form, y equals mx plus c. So what we're going to do first is we're going to substitute the gradient that we've derived into our function. So we're going to have y is equal to negative 1 over 8 over 8, Harold, come on, x plus c. Now we can rearrange this so it looks a little bit neater. Y is equal to negative x on 8 plus c. Cool. So let's substitute in a point just for a little bit of generality. Let's put in the other point, negative 5, 1. So we're going to substitute in negative 5, 1. So 1 goes in for y. Negative 5 times negative x is going to be, well, subbed in for negative x is going to be just positive 5 over 8 plus c. So c, it follows that c is equal to 1 subtract 5 on 8, which is equal to 3 on 8. Now, once you've done that, you can then just put everything together. So in this case, we have y equals negative x divided by 8 plus 3 over 8. And this, my friends, is the slope-intercept. Cool. And so that's all she wrote. So basically, in this problem, all we've had to do really is understand what each of the ways that we can express a linear equation, whether it be point slope or slope intercept, point slope being this one, slope intercept being this one. And once we've done that, understanding how the slope is calculated, because it's the same in both, and then understanding what we have to do, the steps that are involved in finding out either putting the point in this case, or in this case, finding the y-intercept, which is c. So, there are slight differences between the two, but overall, they're pretty much the same. So I hope this video helped. If it did, give us a thumbs up. Do us a favor as well and subscribe to my channel. I try and put out new videos as often as I can, guys. If there's a video you'd like to see, yeah, definitely leave a description in the comment section below, and I'd be happy to make a video on anything that you suggest. But until next time, guys, definitely enjoy your maths.